Using horses to help coach people? Yes, that is what's going on at EQnimity, located in the beautiful Mad River Valley in Vermont. The program specializes in strengthening leadership skills in conjunction with team development to help people of all ages realize their full potential. You do not have to be a horse person. In fact, there is no riding involved. I caught up with Janice Cooper, owner of EQnimity, to hear more about this unique program.
So my programs here are really helping people to become more self-aware about how they're showing up to get things done. It's not very often that we can actually rely upon somebody with no biases to give us feedback, and yet that's what horses do. They're constantly giving us feedback about how we're showing up, how we operate, how our energy may be impacting our successes or maybe setting up barriers.
The session I witnessed was attended by some young campers on a field trip. According to Janice, she had a specific goal in mind for these kids.
It's really to bring self-awareness to young people. Oftentimes as adults we go through life, things may not be working well, and yet we're clueless as to why. And so by bringing this type of program to young people, they can have a level of self-awareness that is coming to them at a much younger age and that can really influence the outcome of what they're doing and how they're doing it.
As Janice mentioned, horses are used because they are unbiased. Here's more detail on why that is the case.
You just don't have that from people. People have experiences, they have judgments, horses don't. They look at us all equally, and so they are very honest with their feedback. There's a lot of physiological things with horses as well. They have a very large energy field. They can sense the energy that we have. They can sense the rise and fall of our blood pressure. So when we're tense or when we're having negative thoughts or we're not being authentic, our blood pressure actually rises. And horses don't feel safe around that. And because they're a prey animal, they do everything that they can to want to feel safe. So when we are showing up in a manner that does not feel good to them, their behavior changes. So my job is to watch people interact with one another, with horses, and monitor a horse's behavior to get insight into what's going on.
Amy Tedisco, who runs the Hartshorn Camp for kids and is also a retreat leader for adults, explains why she felt this was a great program for her campers.
This is actually teaching them about leadership skills and how they communicate and how they show up to others. And this group was absolutely remarkable in how they interacted with each other and the adult level thinking that they were using. I was actually blown away.
And what did the campers take away from the session?
To always spread positive and negative, not negative energy, but always spread positive energy, because some people can feel the positive energy and it will make them happy like you are.
I learned that I never thought that I would be interested in horses and taking care of them, but I actually learned that it's a lot of fun, and then just stepping away from what I usually do and going out and spending time with an animal.
And I learned, so I had an experience, I think 2 years ago with a horse, and I got bucked off, and I've always been kind of scared of horses since, but being on the ground with them and kind of getting to know each one of them getting to know each one of them, it kind of made me okay, so they're not gonna hurt me on purpose or anything, it's okay.
And I also learned that you have to have a positive attitude when you're working with horse, because they can tell how you feel.
Certainly a unique program to help people build their emotional and intelligence skills in a team-building environment. Keith Berkelhammer, Mad River Valley Television.